Curling now enters the Sports Weekend spotlight.
We are here.
We are here. We are
know.
live. Before we get started,
Yeah.
hi Jen, hi Brent. Happy
Thanks.
birthday, Colleen.
I
We're
was
celebrating.
today.
Hey,
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Oh no. I know.
I should know my sister's
Older-
birthday. I'm
what?
sorry.
Yeah, exactly. God, she didn't even send me anything. You see what Devin got me. Anyhow, listen, they've got to get going. So let's. We've got practice. Well, you're still a few minutes. So
Let's get into it. Rock and roll.
the only Canadian team in the A final. What do you know about the team you're playing from Estonia?
We know they beat us in Ottawa
All right.
about a month and a half ago. And we know they're a lot younger than us. That's about all we know. No,
Yeah,
they're
they're really
one of
good.
the top teams in mixed doubles. They play a lot and they qualify all the time and make runs in the playoffs. So we know they're one of the best teams in the world. So we have to play well.
How has this Super Series been for the development of mixed doubles in Canada?
Oh, it's awesome. We didn't really have as many mixed doubles events as we wanted to. And for them to put this on, have really top quality mixed doubles events for us to play in and really try to grow the awareness of the sport, it's been great. I'm hoping it's going to continue.
Brent, how do you manage it? You two curl together, you got your kids together. I'm sure your mom's at the house.
Mom is, yeah.
But how do you manage this and juggle this combination of everything that goes on when you're on the road a lot?
Well, it's a lot of planning, a lot of scheduling, a lot of same way we won our A semi this morning, a lot of smoke and mirrors, really. But mostly Jen's mom kind of moves into our house for weeks at a time when we go playing. And it's a lot. And this fall's been extra busy. Jen with the new team, me on a new team, and Jen playing with the young team wanting to play every weekend. So it's been exceptionally busy this year, but we still love to play and love to do it. So we figure it out.
Nice. And you've got all summer off. How's it been
Well,
for
kind
you
of,
for the
yeah.
juggle?
Yeah, you know what? It's been, without my mom, we couldn't do it. It's been a busy fall, but we're loving it. We're having tons of fun, and I'm enjoying my women's team and kind of working hard at that and mixed doubles to be able to have these events. And we're lucky that a couple of them were in Ontario, so it worked out really well for us geography-wise.
Okay, secret to playing mixed doubles when you're choosing partners. You two are stuck together. But,
Yeah.
What's the key?
We didn't have a choice.
No, but what's the key? That's been our question for other curlers today, but we didn't get a chance to ask you guys.
I think it's just finding a partner where you feel like you can be yourself around, be vulnerable, like put yourself out there and feel like if you miss, they have your back. That's always the key to me and any teammate. And I'm lucky that I have my husband doing that for me.
Yeah, obviously the same, but you want just a player that can make all the shots and is good under pressure. And same as regular curling. It is curling at the end of the day. It's just every shot is kind of more precise, more or less. Every one is that key shot, whereas in the regular game, you get to take some shots, not take them off, but there's a lot more open ends.
When you get used to the speed of mixed doubles, when you get back to your four-person, you say, we're still out here. Do you ever have that feeling?
No, not really. I feel like as much as mixed doubles goes by faster, it doesn't feel faster in your brain because there's always so much going on. It just feels like it's almost just as tiring, even though it's a shorter game. So I don't know.
It's mental gymnastics. Okay, you guys have practice. Get going. Are you on this sheet right beside
No, we're over there.
get
So
over there,
I'm gonna sneak out.
I'm going to be in everybody's way. Good luck, you guys. Thanks for your time. But we did ask that question, didn't we, Devin? About
We did about the magic of mixed doubles chemistry. We've talked about it so much on this show. Take a look at some of these answers.
what is the secret to a great mixed doubles team?
Draw the forefoot.
I don't know. Tempers?
Yeah, a little bit of fire in the eye.
Yeah.
What makes a great mixed doubles team?
Probably curling together. At least once a week,
Oh, definitely having a good female sweeper. It makes a huge difference.
We want to know the secret to what makes a good mixed doubles team. We hear you guys are going to have great answers.
Don't be married.
Oh my God, yeah.
Don't be
If anybody has that recipe, let us know because we don't have it yet.
What happens when you disagree over a shot?
I decide.
Sometimes she yells and I just do what I want, but we really haven't figured out the best way to communicate yet.
Do you ever want to kill each other out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She she wants to kill me more than I want to kill her.
Secret to a good curling team, mixed doubles curling team.
Getting along. We make lots of jokes. Like if we're down in the dumps, we'll try to bring each other up by just making jokes and just trying not to get too down on ourselves and just laughing off the misses.
Yeah. The only time we ever argue is we each try to take the blame.
Yes.
It's like, sorry, no, I'm sorry, no, it's my fault. No, it's my fault.
That is so Canadian.
So
We've
Yeah,
never
totally
gotten mad
Canadian. So-
at each other.
Really?
Yeah, unless it's like,
Yeah, so that,
calm down.
you know,
Yeah.
that's rare. You've never gotten mad at each other.
no, not
No.
once.
They're saints.
And they believe it, and they own it, and they are playing so well. Of course, the Cotters are going to be in the feature game on GEM and CBC Sports tomorrow. Call because we're here at the Mixed Doubles Super Series, the Eppic Ale Players Championship. You saw all of those teams from around the world. Extraordinary talent here at the Brant Curling Club. Call.
I know, and I've played at the Brant Curling Club. This is so wonderful. The players are practicing behind us, getting ready for the night draw, and the level of play, as both Brent and Jen talked about, is just so high, and we're seeing that over and over again. The ice has been terrific too, so we're so glad on the weekend it'll be on CBC GEM.
Absolutely. An extraordinary event, like we said. A lot of curlers from around the world, across Canada. This is a grand finale of the Mixed Double Super Series. We have Mike Harris and Danielle Inglis coming in tomorrow to call all the action. Call and I will be here throughout it all, and you're right in the middle of it, Call, on your birthday. This is outstanding. And we came in hot, obviously, with Jen and Brent joining the show right off the bat. So this is really exciting. Hello, curling fans. Let us know where you're tuning in from. This is exciting. Our next guest, Call, just awarded the Love of Curling Scholarship from Curling Canada, growing the game and wanting to join us here because he's getting ready, of course, for a mixed doubles event as well. We're getting ready to introduce to the show Kibo Mulima, and it's awesome to have him here tonight. Kibo, great to see you. Were you listening to all of the keys to chemistry in mixed doubles as you get ready for your event this weekend?
Yeah, it was great to hear. In fact, I've been thinking about a lot of that stuff and kind of our practice and some of our practice games getting ready we're going to the Canada Winter Games trials in Guelph starting soon. So that's very exciting. Happy birthday, Colleen, while I get the chance.
Thanks so much. And congratulations to you on winning that Love of Curling scholarship. That's huge. What do you think put you over the edge to win that scholarship? Because I know it's quite a criteria to win. What won it for you?
Yeah, wow. There's 11 in Canada that get awarded each year. This was actually my second time applying, and they look at a variety of things: academics, athletics, and community involvement. So, I mean, for me, especially over the, I'd say throughout the pandemic, even I had even an increased opportunity to volunteer in my community because I wasn't away competing so much. I got to coach at the junior program back when I was living in Kingston, and I got to coach at another development program in the city. This past year, I've been working for Rocks and Rings. So lots of opportunities to kind of give back. And for me, it's about paying forward really the time that some of my mentors have invested in me and pay that forward.
Kibo, so much of what Colleen and I talk about on this show is diversity in curling, inclusive spaces in curling. I know this is something close to your heart about that as well. And I know you're doing a lot of work in this space. So talk to us a little bit more about how you're giving back and making sure young children across the country get a chance to curl.
Yeah, you nailed it right there. That's a lot of it. When I started curling, I was 10 years old. And I was the first curler in my family. And I'd even gone from having the Scotties in my hometown and not even knowing about it because I didn't discover the sport till a year later. So when I started curling, I didn't see a ton of people on TV who looked like me. Maybe not as many people in curling clubs who looked like me. So I really began to understand a lot of where curling might be lacking in that area. So my role is to try and be, like I mentioned earlier, a role model for those younger than me, someone that people can look up to, continue to learn, coach where I can, and try to make curling more welcoming, and hopefully bring up more young kids.
That's awesome. And how is that going for you? I mean, I know you were able to use some of the time during the pandemic towards that end. How tough is it to keep that door open and break down some of those barriers to encourage more kids into the game?
Yeah, it starts with representation, so people can see kind of themselves in the sport, and then the next thing is that outreach and exposure. Rocks and Rings is a great kind of example for me of just I gotten to connect with so many young kids in the province, far younger than where I started curling, just to basically get into a school, into a gym, and have them discover the sport for the first time. The next step is getting those kids into curling clubs, and having them try the sport with strong junior programs, stuff like that. That's what's going to keep people interested. So that's the path I see.
Kibo, what do you love about curling?
Oh, one of the things that stands out the most when I watched it for the first time was how you have a team, but it's a small team, so everybody's role is important, and how all of those jobs, roles, how all those people come together to make basically something that's greater than the sum of its parts. That's probably my favorite part about the sport.
Nice.
That is so beautifully said. You should be a writer when you grow up, when you finish that whole thing at Laurier, whatever you're studying. Good luck for the Canada Games playdowns. I'm a graduate of the Canada Games, and it was a monumental event in my life and sort of shaped things for the rest of my curling career. So I wish you lots of luck.
Thank you. Yes, we're excited.
Good luck, Kibo, and thank you for joining us. We'll be following along and be watching you pave a new road in the curling circle. So thank you for being here.
Thanks, everyone.
Good luck.
You made so many wonderful points.
So
All
many
of them
wonderful
so good.
points. Absolutely.
And doing such good work. A great winner in the whole scholarship program.
Thanks for tuning in wherever you are, curling fans. Of course, we're celebrating Colleen's birthday, but we're also celebrating the birthdays of other curling greats, Johnny Morris, who will join us later on the show, and Caitlin Laws. What's in the water on December 16th, Colleen?
So much on the water on December 16th. I mean, it's a very good curling birthday. But as everybody, there's, for all Sagittarians, it's just the best of signs, is it not?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I have a birthday in 11 days, so Capricorn.
You're on the edge. You're just you're sniffing what we're like. Did you
So
just
listen,
see that lovely draw to the button?
I love that you're right in the middle of it all. We're taking you as close as you can possibly get to the ice, curling fans. This is outstanding. Now, listen, Call, one of the things we love to do on this show is take people to all parts of Canada, and right now in Iqaluit, they are in their territorial playdowns. This is outstanding. So Nick Murray is a colleague of ours at CBC. He tweeted out earlier today that 2 years ago, I tweeted something about curling, which happens with great regularity. And it inspired him to go down and cover some of the events. 2 years later, Call, he's signing up and he's playing in the territorial playdowns. Incredible stuff.
That's incredible. First off, that you inspired him, and I think you inspire a lot of people.
Thank you.
Through your work in so many ways. But a lot of people might say, "Geez, Devin's right. I should go try curling," but not everybody goes and does it, right? So, what I love the most, though, is just take a look. Some of us drive to the curling club. Some of us ride our bikes. Some of us walk. When you're in Iqaluit, you're on your skidoo. And so I love this, fired it up first. Oh my gosh. Look, this looks like the snowstorm we were in yesterday. Anyhow, that's
treacherous road conditions.
If only we had a skidoo. So here he is going. I wonder if he's going to go. There's the Iqaluit Curling Club. I've curled there. I must ask him about the ice because it was a little dicey. Here he comes arriving at the club. Like that's, I'd be frozen already. And
where's his brooms? Does he have, look, he's got the brooms on the back of the skidoo.
That's so awesome. Anyhow,
this is great.
I love this. Inside, I did a clinic there once, many years ago. I can't remember what year. And I found the ice a bit crooked because of the permafrost. It's not totally level.
Right. But this
We'll
is
talk to him about
outstanding.
that.
I mean, thanks to
I
Nick
love
for
it.
showing us, arriving, playing
This
the
is-
game, driving into the sunset here on his Skidoo.
So
And
Canadian.
so Canadian. And we are going to Iqaluit right now, and we're joined by Nick and Peter. Guys, I mean, this is
So
just
good.
outstanding. First of all, how did the game go?
Yeah.
It was a good game. We were we did lose, but it was we took it to the 10th, and it was a good game. Feel good. We're feeling good.
losses.
Yeah, we're down
Yeah,
what,
definitely.
like 8-3, 8-4 at one point, and came back, and like we had a chance kind of in the 10th to maybe get a steal and stuff, and just didn't happen for us. But our first game, and my first time playing a time game anyway, so definitely a learning curve. Like especially man, like 9th, 10th inning when you're looking at the clock and stuff there and trying to kind of rush through. I did hog my first stone, and then I threw mine through the house in the second one. So I didn't leave us in a great spot with no guards when we need to steal two to force an extra there. But hey, like I said, first time playing a time match, first time playing 10 ends too. So that was a totally different experience and a fun game too. Wow, we pushed.
But Nick, you're owning it. You threw your first one you threw your next one through. And time clocks are a bit unnerving that first time. Matter of fact, earlier today, a team ran out of time and the game was over.
Yep.
Just like that. They lost the game because of time.
Well, I want to jump in because I don't know how many curling fans would know this. I think this is an educational moment. In Canada, the rules are if you run out of time, the opposing team gets to continue throwing rocks. So the game doesn't necessarily end. The opposing, in the world curling rules, the game's over. You lose automatically. I digress.
Yeah. I don't know how you know those rules, and I don't know those rules, and I play the game all the time. But I guess I've never run into that situation.
Right.
All right. Let's talk
Colleen,
about yeah.
Colleen, before we get into that, I do want to say our ice is infinitely better this time. It's not crooked. So the big difference was last year we brought up Don Powell, who's one of Curling Canada's all-star ice techs and stuff. So he came up last year, showed us how to do it. We brought him again this year too, just to kind of get things going. But from that point, Don taught myself and another guy on our team, Justin McDonald, just some kind of basic ice maintenance and stuff like that. And so the last 2 years, I think the ice up here has been a world of difference. I think to start the game after the warm up, I threw a 421 on my first guard, which is for us, anything in the 420s getting over the hog line is that's huge,
nice.
Right? So the ice here is way, way better than it has been in the past.
Good. Because when I was there and it wasn't crooked as much as, it was crooked. It would start to curl and then it would fall back halfway down.
Exactly.
And I said, I don't think I can teach you guys on this because I can't even make a shot on it. And they told me it was because of the permafrost, but it was really maybe the ice maker.
Well, no, the building is still slanted, and then just during flood, we kind of compensate for it that way. But no, the permafrost and the stilts and stuff, the building is crooked itself. It's an old building.
Oh, good point. But tell me about this. We always hear every time the Briar comes around about whether or not Nunavut should have their own type team. What's the argument you guys make for the necessity of it?
You want to take this one?
Sure. Well, I just think it's great to represent all of Canada in this event. I think it's one of the things that makes it so good and so fun for the whole country. So we're certainly grateful to be part of it. And but I think I think it would lose something for all the events if all the country wasn't represented.
Yeah, and I think from a sport and rec standpoint here in Nunavut too, a lot of youth get into sports, especially in the communities, as a way to get out of their communities, right? To get to travel, to get to see different places and just kind of get out of their hometown. So to have Nunavut participating, particularly in the Briar and the Scotties, kind of, again, that's the penultimate thing for our territory, but even just the junior curling championships in Canada too, just to have something kind of, an attainable goal for a lot of youth in the territory. And then if they continue on with it through, men's championships and women's championships and being able to continue that down the road, I think pays huge dividends too. And I think excluding territories like Nunavut or, Yukon, or I think Nova Scotia is maybe the other one that has PEI, I think was back when they did the 4-round play and things. But I think excluding those, you limit the growth of the game in Canada in a certain way. And I hate to go to another sport to use an analogy for this one, but think about Germany and hockey, for instance. And I've seen the articles by Terry Jones and that kind of stuff and using Nunavut as a scapegoat. But you look at a country like Germany, who really struggled at like World Hockey Championships, World Junior Championships for years, and look at the talent that they have in the league now. Leon Draisaitl, Tim Stützle, even Austin Matthews out in Arizona, by the way they grew the game there. Having hockey in a place like that produces 60 goal scorers.
Well,
So I think the same argument can be made for Nunavut too, with regards to curling.
Look at our men's soccer program. Like if we had abandoned it 20 years ago and said, let's not bother, you wouldn't be where we're at today.
Well, and let me just say, I would always point to one of the greatest curlers in this country on the Rock, Brad Guju. If we give up on these parts of Canada, any great curler could come from any great part of this country. So real quickly, guys, what is the current state of curling in Nunavut right now? Are members at the club? Where are we at?
Well, it's limited to some, our communities are all small, and so really Iqaluit is the center of it for curling in Nunavut. And we've had our troubles with different things where our facility has not been be able for us to use, but I think it's in good hands with the people who are kind of running it now. And if we can kind of keep growing our membership and stuff, then I like where it's going, but it takes a lot of effort, that's for sure, from a select, from few people, basically.
I think all curling clubs feel that, because it's done by volunteers at the curling club level, and everybody only has so many hours in the day. But anyway, you guys got to fire up the Skidoos and head back home.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, that was honestly, and that was I don't want to say a one-time thing, but the reason I took my Skidoo today was I left my vehicle for my wife and kids because my kid was napping in the afternoon in case they wanted to come down and watch it. So taking a Skidoo to the rink is not a regular thing, but it did make for some cool pictures and some cool footage and stuff like that. And a fun ride.
When I was in Iqaluit, I went on a Skidoo and there was a parking lot full of Skidoos. So maybe it's not anymore now that you guys have a fancy street light.
Yeah, exactly.
Or was it just a stop sign? I can't remember.
We still don't have any street lights in town.
Okay, it's a stoplight. I was there to cover when you got your first stoplight. That was my story. Anyhow.
Hey, Nick, outstanding. It's so great to see you a part of this game. So I'm glad
Peter,
to see you out.
And
Peter, great to see you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Happy birthday, Colleen.
Thank you. We should do a show on my birthday all the time. I'm getting lots of birthday wishes.
Well, we can do that. From the birthday girl, we're going to go to Johnny Morris as well. I cannot believe this. This is so... okay, so Johnny, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Wonderful to see you.
Thanks, guys. You too, Colleen.
Yeah, thank you.
You're looking young and spry.
Yeah. Listen, why aren't you here?
I'm not curling tonight. I'm off till the new year, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Can you play that Baby Grand behind you?
Negative, not yet. That's my New Year's resolution.
I've been doing piano lessons. I went to the Conservatory of Music, and I said I only want to learn one song, Bruce Springsteen's Thunder Road. I've still only got the first stanza down. Talk about your right hand and your left hand feeling like they're not coordinated.
Maybe my next birthday we can compare
do a band jam.
Well, we're gonna get you doing a duet, and we'll find Caitlin Law somewhere because of course Caitlin has a birthday, and we were texting with her earlier today, Johnny, and she wished all of you a happy birthday. Incredible. Awesome. I'll pose this to the people watching tonight. Johnny, I don't know if you'll know this off the top of your head. How many titles have you, Colleen, and Caitlin combined to win? Because that's a lot of winning in curling.
Right. Ooh.
You could tell by his eyebrows.
Colleen's got the most. All I know is I'm pretty sure Colleen's got the most. So.
I don't know. I think you do. You got so many.
Johnny, you got those juniors and the Briars and the Olympic gold.
Yeah, it's a toss-up.
Hey, by the way, Olympic gold is worth 4 times for every other thing.
Or Scotty's equals 1. That's a good ratio. I'll take
I like it. I think it's very true. Given.
Hey, Johnny, I think this Estonian team. Is the Estonian team right behind you there?
Who am I into? Oh my gosh, the games have started. I should really get
into the games have started. But Johnny, were you at the first Carleton event? That the Estonian team, Caldi and Lille, they're a pretty good team. What do you like about the growth of the game, and maybe some thoughts on the mixed doubles super series? This is a grand finale here.
Well, I got to say that Estonian team is a wonderful team. I've got to know them over the last few years. They've come to our event in Banff and Canmore a few times, and they're just wonderful humans and great ambassadors for the sport. And they're really getting real good. Like they've beaten some marquee teams this year, and it looks like they're playing real well there in Brantford already this weekend.
It's heating up right now. Caller, the game's on right now. She's right in the middle of it. I think she should get out there, Johnny, and get on the ice.
Yeah, right. I wore the wrong boots.
Boots.
Get in there, Colleen.
Before you go, Johnny, because it's your birthday, and we're going to get you to come in here.
Okay.
We have a little surprise.
I'm going to turn on my lights. Turning off my lights so I don't blind
turning off
anybody.
the lights. So while she makes her way up here, Johnny, we're going to sing to her, and we're going to sing to you. She doesn't know about this. Colleen, come on. She's shutting off all the lights. Of course, that would be Colleen worrying about what's going on with the curlers and the lights, but you and I will talk. It's great. And now we've got the birthday cam, if you can believe it. And that's producer Soph behind all of that. And when Colleen
starts, looking festive over there at the
it's festive. And here comes Colleen right now.
Oh,
and they're going to all sing. Come on. Happy birthday to you. This is for you too, Johnny. Day to you. Don't lose a candle. Happy birthday, dear Colleen, Johnny, and Caitlin, and all the great curlers of the world, apparently. Happy birthday to you.
Look at that. Ukrainian colors, too. Isn't that nice, eh?
Beautiful. Johnny, Colleen can't hear you right now, but happy birthday to both of you. You have left such a mark
December 16th
on the curling world and for curling fans all across the country. Curling handles on it, Johnny.
Beautiful.
That is cool. Lucky you. I'm jealous now. I'm hungry and jealous.
He's hungry and jealous.
Thank you. Well, he's a bona fide chef.
He's a bona fide chef. We know that we want him staying at our place when there's a curling event.
I'm in.
Johnny, wonderful to see you. Happy birthday. And I can't wait till we see you at the next event.
Well, we'll see you at the very least at the Nationals in Sudbury. I hope you're both there because it's going to be a wonderful event.
Nationals in Sudbury,
see you there.
mixed doubles.
Are you going to be there? Either of you?
We plan to be there.
Because I got something cool we can do. So let's chat about that. I got a great idea.
He's got a great idea for us when we get down to Sudbury.
Okay, well, find out that it'll be a great idea.
It'll be Colleen's.
You'll love it.
We'll love it.
What a great idea.
What a great idea.
Okay, happy holidays, guys.
Happy holidays, Johnny. Take care.
Okay, have fun. See you,
happy
Colleen.
birthday.
How old is Johnny today?
Well, everybody's 29.
29. We have a lot of these to eat.
We have cupcakes to eat. We have curling to watch. Always great to be talking to you, curling fans. We do this because of you. We're back tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. You can watch curling all day tomorrow. Colleen will be enjoying her cupcakes. First thing in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Mike Harris, Danielle Inglis with a call on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca. We'll be here.
Nice to be here.
There it is right there. We got the big matchups tonight on the A side, that curling show at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow night. Call Sunday.
3:30 Eastern. And then again? Right after the championship draw. We'll be back. Wow, we're really...
We've got you covered, and we're going to eat cupcakes, and we're celebrating Colleen, Johnny, Caitlin, and anybody else. I was told Donovan Bailey has a birthday today as well.
And Donovan Bailey. Such good company.
Canadian icons. Enjoy the curling. Wonderful to talk to you. We're done for tonight.
See ya.
See you.
Tomorrow.
And Sunday.
Have a cupcake. They're really good.
Are they?
Who made these? They're good. See? I told you.
It's great.
I know. It's hard to talk. The queen always would turn around. You wouldn't see her eat.
Well, you are the queen of curling. Are we done?
Curling now enters the Sports Weekend Spotlight.
1963, when they took the Briar to Brantford.
Hi, everybody. I'm Don Whitman with Don Duguid, two-time world champion.
Reveille will take the game.
Not a question about it. Right on the nose. It never wavered.
A little bit of curling history for you.
High drama, high intensity.